All right, writing a quadratic equation given some combination of the focus, vertex, or directrix. So in this case, we're given the focus and the directrix. What we need to write the equation in vertex form is we need the vertex. Okay, let's remind you of what the equation is. Oh, it's x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. So that is a quadratic in standard vertex form. Okay, so when we do this, what we have to do is we have to somehow figure out what the vertex is. So 2, 4 is the focus, so we'll plot that. Y equals negative 4 is the directrix. And remember that y equals negative 4, the directrix is outside of the parabola, and the focus is inside the parabola. Okay. And the distance between the focus and the vertex and the directrix is exactly the same. So this distance here is 8. So we split it down the middle and we get 4. So that's the distance between, and that's also our P. Isn't that handy? So that helps us find our P. And then our vertex is right in between, or like they call it the midpoint, of between the focus and this point on the directrix. Okay, so that's your P. So if we want to sketch the graph, remember there's 8. This distance here is 8, so if I start with the focus and go over 8 here, somewhere over here, we could draw our parabola, a little sketching of the result. So this point right here is our vertex. So our vertex is 2, 0. Our P is 4, and we should be able to write the equation. So y equals, oh, why do I keep doing that? That's standard form, Miss Barris. So vertex form is x minus 2 squared equals 4 times this 4. Remember, this is 4p here, so 4 times 4 is 16. And then y minus k, which is 0. So this is x minus 2 squared equals 16y. This is our vertex form. Now, if we did want to put it in standard form, which we are going to be doing in class, so let's just do that also. Standard form, remember our standard form, FYI, is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So all we would have to do is basically solve for y. Do all the math here and solve for y. So this is vertex form, and we want to make it into standard form. So we square this, and you're all good at doing that. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 16y. Then we take this whole mess and divide by 16. Standard form, however, does not have a big line with a divided by 16 under there. So you do have to do the math. So what we do, I'm just going to erase this so I have a spot for this, is we take that 16 and we divide it into each one of them. So it's 1 over 16x squared minus, we divide 16 into this 4 right here. So I get negative 1/4. We don't do decimals, we do fractions. And then positive 1/4. And I'm just switching the y over to that side. So this is our standard form. So either one can be asked of you. You just need to know the difference. Vertex is easier because it's less work. Okay, so here we're given the vertex. Oh, that's handy. I need that. Negative 3. 1. Okay, so what we need to do this, to write the equation, is we need P. So we do need to plot this a little. The vertex is at negative 3, 1. Y equals 3 is the directrix. All right, seeing this, I see that the directrix is above the vertex, so I know that P is going to be negative because this guy is going to open down. Okay, so the distance between the vertex and the directrix is our P, so P is -2. Our focus then comes up to here. Measure that distance is 4. This distance here is 4, so I'm going to go 4 this way. Put a point there. 4 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we can just do a quick sketch of the graph. Okay, with these you don't really need a graph, but if you have to sketch it, you know, you do. So writing the equation, it's x minus a -3 squared equals, remember it's 4 times -2, so that's -8, and then y minus 1. So this is our vertex form. Standard form, you would square this, which is x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals -8y plus 8. Subtract 8, and we just simply solve. You just have to be algebraically sound here. And divide by -8. And we wind up, I'm going to move the y to the other side. It's -1/8 x squared. Now I'm taking this 8, -8, and dividing into 6. So while I'm doing that, I can reduce. So 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 4. So you can do that. I'm doing the signs here. -8 and +6 makes a negative here. -8 +1 makes a negative there. So this is our standard form. Okay, and then finally the last one, given a vertex and a focus. So it's the same basic idea. We have our vertex already, so that's handy. We just need our P. And we do have to sketch the result, and I'm going to put it in standard form also. So 1, 1 is right here. 1, -2. This is the focus. Remember, the focus is inside the parabola, so this parabola will be going down. So since it's going down, it's going to be negative. So this distance here is 3. So that means it's -3. But then to do the directrix would be up 3. All right, and that distance is 6, so I count 6 from the focus here, and the other way here, and just so I can sketch a more accurate graph there with my artistic skills. All right, so then it's x minus 1 squared equals -12 y minus 1. Remember, this is our vertex form. Squaring this, x squared minus 2x plus 1, -12y plus 12. We're putting this in standard form now. It does not say that in the directions, but it should have. Just saying. Divide the whole thing by -12, so I'm taking that -12 and putting it into each of these pieces and reducing as I go. So I'm going to move y over to this side because I like it there better. Doesn't really matter. Negative and negative is a positive, 1/6. And a negative is a positive, 11/12. So thank God you didn't have to factor any of these guys that look like that. Have a good, nice day.